Hi, I'm Tamara with JaGurl TV, and I have the lovely ladies of Twenties. So, how are you guys doing?
Amazing. How you doing?
Great. I love seeing all you guys on TV because I am in my 20s struggling, and it's great to be represented on TV. So, I have a question for you all. So, how do you guys feel about the love-hate relationship between Hattie, Nia, and Maria right now? You know, she's struggling right now, and it's helping her professional development. But how do you guys feel about that in a friendship?
I think it's some realness. I think, what were you about to say, Gabby?
Oh yeah, I was thinking I wouldn't describe it as love and hate. I think they're just real and
love.
It's just all love. Love comes out in different ways. It doesn't have to sound nice or kind. I think it has to be honest.
Yeah. And the deepest love is that way. Think about how your mother talks to you. Like, my mama done told me some realness, some real things. And I am grateful for it now. But at that moment, I was a little, bad probably. But I think the closest friends are the ones who can tell you the things that may be a little uncomfortable to discuss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. I'm so grateful for the friendship that they have. And I think JoJo has also said this, it mirrors a lot of the friendships I have in my life. And I think you reach a sort of the next level in friendship when it can look kind of love-hate because you can be so honest and real with each other. And that's like unlocking a golden key. And it just makes it stronger if it's a friendship that is meant to be.
Definitely, I agree. Okay, this next one is for Jonica. So I know we're in the sneaky link.
Oh, you can call me JoJo.
Oh, this one's for JoJo. You know, we're in the whole sneaky link phase right now, the pandemic and stuff. So how do you feel about Hattie and Ida just sneaky linking right now? And is there still hope for Hattie and Adina? I have to know because I was rooting.
You was rooting for Hattie and Adina?
I was.
You know, in terms of Hattie and Ida B, it's a sneaky link that's probably super fun in the beginning, but has the potential to go south really fast just because of the imbalance between the two of them, in terms of age, social status, finances, all. She got a house, she don't, it's like these things matter. The sneaky link thing, that's a new thing. My mom asked me. Anyway, girl, get off TikTok, girl. but in terms of Adina, we gonna see. Adina, I think, is one who, like Maria and Nia, pulls Hattie's cards a little bit, so that may attract her to her. Because I think Hattie, in a lot of ways, needs some guidance.
Definitely. Well, I'll be looking out for it. Okay, yes. Christina. So I got a sneak peek, and I must say the flashbacks, I was, between Maria and her client, and I was like, oh, wow. So when someone does have kind of that fantasy or maybe dream about somebody, what do you think those are signs of? What does that mean? Because we got a sneak peek of that between Maria and her client. I won't say who.
I think it certainly can be a sign of distraction, a sign of maybe loss of interest in your current situation. But also, I think sometimes it's not a sign of anything. I think sometimes it's just we have a vivid imagination, and that can be useful when you've been with somebody for a long time. So sometimes it's not a sign. Sometimes you need to just stick with your man and have a little dream about somebody else.
I love that. So Gabrielle, I have one for you. So Nia slipped up a few times and kind of told something Hattie told her in confidence. So how do you deal with friends who maybe slipped up and told your business unintentionally? Like, how do you address that moving forward?
I mean, I would first have, an honest conversation with them and let them know that's not okay. But of course, like, depending on the level of the friendship, I'd obviously, forgive them. But I think, I don't know, Nia tends to do that a lot. Just she has these little slips here and there. And it's, she's not doing it out of, she's not doing it purposely. It's just, maybe she just gets so excited about her life. It's like, bleh. It's just
like I'll throw up just information. And she gets nervous really fast. So I can see it happening. I'm like, oh, she didn't mean to do that. And I was like, okay, I have something for the entire cast because I love the show. I have been watching you guys for a while. So last season we saw Hattie, Maria, and Nia kind of set their goals and set everything up. And then this season, we actually get to see it and for like matriculate. So what advice do you give for people going through that process of preparing for their new life and going through those struggles? Because it's not about the destination, it's the journey. So a lot of people just see certain people and they just think, oh, I'm going to end up like that and I don't have to go through it. They think it's just one struggle and done. So what advice do you have for those people?
For work, what worked for me was this TD Jakes sermon that I watched one time. I think it was called like, he was talking about like walk like you're walking on clouds, which I was like, I do want to be as high as possible, and the clouds are. So, and the concept of like, if you're in a cloud, you can't see your footsteps, you know what I'm saying? But you trust that you're up there, you trust that, you know. So that's kind of the perception that I've gone into a lot of things with. It's like, you gotta walk like you're walking on clouds with faith and purpose, you know, and just keep pushing. So that's what I would tell you.
I think my advice would be to take a risk, try and fail, especially if you're in your 20s. Like, you have the time. Try, fail, try again. And don't just take the safe road, because you're going to look up and you're going to be in your 30s and then in your 40s, and you will have chosen a life that was beneath your dream.
I would say maybe just live in reality. I don't know. I feel like sometimes I get so caught up in the dream of it, and then I just don't expect to fail. I don't expect there to be mistakes, and so just live in reality and not expect to do bad, but that the failures are only there to push you forward. They're not there to do anything else but that. Yeah.
So relating that to one of my favorite characters, so we saw Hattie take a very dramatic, I wouldn't even say drop, she took a dramatic shift in careers. So I won't say what it is, but how do you relate to the struggles of Hattie in 20s versus you as an upcoming a creative period and facing those struggles?
Man, in my journey, I've had so many jobs. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, and you gotta like put your head down and say, you know what, I'm gonna do this for 6 months to a year, grind it out, save my money, and then jump back into what it is I'm supposed to be doing. But yeah, 20s is like my 21st job, which I'm not proud of, but I definitely bounced around from job to job just because I didn't want to get kind of cemented in anything that wasn't acting. So it was, you know, sometimes you just do that, you know. And it's okay.
I love that. Well, I have 1 minute left, but what advice do you guys give for anybody doing a transition right now? Because, you know, some people are returning back to the workforce, you know, us as creatives are struggling. So what words of encouragement do you guys have for anybody right now?
Yeah.
I think the same words of encouragement I just said. Keep going, take a risk. I mean, it's hard. I mean, we're all going through it. It's this world is upside down. And pre-COVID it was upside down, and here we are.
Yeah.
But you made it this far. You're gonna make it again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You got to be your own biggest fan, not in an arrogant or, you know, in an abrasive way, but in a internal way that it's like you're sure of knowing that you're worthy of whatever it is that you want, you know.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much, you guys. I can't wait to watch the rest of the season. I'm so excited, and thank you for taking the time out to talk to me today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, nice to meet you guys.
Bye.
Nice to meet you.
Bye.